Today I wanted to cover some of the top builds for both Hunter, Warlock, and Titan inside of Trials of Osiris and the Crucible this season. I'm going to keep this short, so I got to speed run through all the different things you can do. Sniper hand cannon, as far as like weapons go, that's a great combo. It's always been. You can always use that. Austringer, Beloved, Palindrome, Defiance of Yasmin, Cantata, all great options. And Defiance of Yasmin, Cantata, Palindrome, you don't need to own any seasons to get. Austringer, Beloved, you do. So up to you as to what you want to get, what you want to farm for. But those are great. Solar, Run Well of Radiance, fastest charge time, you're going to have it up constantly. Icarus Task, Heat Rise is both good. Touch of Flame, it makes your healing grenades do restoration ×2 when you throw them down on yourself. It also makes fusion grenades blow up twice, so 100 discipline builds with Touch of Flame and like those grenades are very good. I just prefer the movement and being able to shoot my guns in the air. Fragments, always use fragments for any super, use fragments that increase your stats. Otherwise, there's a few good ones here and there, like this one, Power Melee Attacks Grant You Radiant. That's a great fragment. You should pretty much always have this on. Pairs great with like Celestial Fire and throwing knives on the Hunter and stuff like that. So yeah. Arc, Lightning Surge, Dead Messenger, Chain Lightning melee, so you get the melee a little faster. Ball Lightning takes 20 seconds longer, so definitely use Chain Lightning. You just Lightning Surge and you shoot the Dead Messenger beforehand. One shots them. It's just a tried and true build at this point. It's very good. Void, Child of the Old Gods, and the Devour one feed the Void are good. I don't use Chaos Accelerant because it doesn't give you as much fragment slots, and I just don't like having to charge up my grenades before throwing them. That's just me though. Use Nova Bomb. Nova Warp takes too long to charge. Blink is a good ability now. It got buffed a little bit. If you pair it with Astrocyte Verse, which this is my Void build, Astrocyte Verse, all these armor pieces, and I usually run a Glaive, believe it or not, and a Pulse Rifle. Glaives are very good. They're kind of slept on right now. The reason being, they got buffed like a million times. And once you basically hit one shot with these and start blocking, you are like immune. You're basically immune for like, they just block for like 10 seconds. It's crazy, which is a very long time. You can like survive anything. If you're in a glaive, if you're in a rift blocking with a glaive, you can't die. That's just the reality of things. Stasis. Let's see if I can switch to the proper stuff here. Osmiomancy gloves and 100 discipline. You just spam cold snap grenades, run ice flare bolts, frost pulse. Frost pulse makes your rift freeze. It's a lot stronger than you think. It happens in a huge radius. Really good for stopping shotgunners and just surprising people, catching people off guard. Ice flare bolts sends out seekers when you freeze people, so it can help you chain freeze everybody. You want to pair that with fissures, which makes it so like your frozen targets, when they die, they make a big explosion, bigger than normal, and it does more damage. That helps you kill people that might have been ice flare bolted. So it kind of changed the explosion to everybody. That's what you want to run on Warlock. Paranormal Blast is great melee, by the way. Stats to focus on: 100 Recov, 100 Discipline, 100 Strength. Ophidian aspects: Osmiomancy Gloves, Claws of Ahamkara, Transversive Steps. Those are your meta picks. Ophidians and Transversives have been around for a while. That's just, they're always going to be meta, it seems. Just great exotics. Transversives, if you don't know, buffs sprint, you sprint faster, slide further, and you reload your weapons while sprinting. I think I didn't really say much about the weapons so far, but No Time's a great meta option this season. I know I said Sniper Hand Cannon's great. That is great. SMGs are really good. Submission, Pizzicato 22, Borrowed Time, Funnel Web. Funnel Web and Pizzicato 22 can both be focused into using Suros or Vice weapon engrams, Umbral engrams in the helm. You just go to the star chart. So we'll switch to the Hunter now. That's a general outline for the Warlock. Use supers that charge faster, and just check the weekly Trials meta report. Just look at the top 10 weapons on Destiny Trials report. Those are the guns you want to use. Like, they are just the meta. It's hand cannons, pulses, SMGs, and whatever exotic special, Arbalist, Lorentz Driver, Dead Messenger, stuff like that. Let's go to the Hunter. We're here at the Hunter, and we're starting off with the Void build. Void and Solar are the best subclasses for Hunter. Stasis is okay. Arc is not that good. Void is so good, not because of its supers. They're not great. Shadow Shot, use one of the tethers that charge faster. Spectral Blades is way too slow. Void is good because of Invis. Trapper's Ambush, Vanishing Step. Vanishing Step makes your dodge go invisible. Trapper's Ambush makes your Smoke Bomb make you invisible. It also allows you to use Quick Fall, which is basically Shatter Dive, and it pops a Smoke Bomb on the ground when you land and makes you invisible. So either ways you do that, you'll go invis. Invisibility. Run this one, Echo of Persistence is Fragment. It makes your invis last longer. And then pair it with something like Graviton Forfeit, Omnioculus, and just go invis for a very long time, flank the enemy teams, run weapons like Forerunner, Chaperone, snipers, SMGs, things that you can really get the jump on people with and melt them with, or just straight up one-shot them with Chaperone snipers, and focus on getting 100 mobility and 100 strength. Either dodge works well here. Marksman's dodge charges faster, so it allows you to go invis more often, but Gambler's dodge can get you your melee back, so that's your smoke bomb, another way to go invis. So it's up to you as to which ones you want to use. Yeah, that's Void. Let's go to Solar. Solar, Wormhusk Crown, works really well. I mean, for any of these builds, you can use Stompies. I wouldn't recommend using Stompies if you have a hand cannon on. It really hurts their inner accuracy and makes them really tough to hit shots with, but if you're an SMG player, Stompies don't make much of a difference. SMGs just kind of work good in the air regardless. I borrowed time on my Hunter here right now. I made a video on this. It's such a good gun. As far as the super setup you want to have, Blade Barrage and Knock 'em Down, and on your mark. Knock 'em Down buffs Blade Barrage. It buffs Golden Gun as well, but Blade Barrage charges like 2 minutes faster, so always use the fast charge supers in trials. You can use Blade Barrage to pop bubbles, kill people in their wells. It's a good shutdown super. It's also good to make little offensive plays with. Knock 'em down, or sorry, on your mark. When you dodge, you get 3 stacks of it. It's increased handling and reload for each stack. It's really, really good. It makes your guns really snappy, reload really quickly. Any precision kill also gives you a stack, so it's basically like Outlaw for all your guns all the time. Plus steady hands or something. Gunpowder Gamble sucks. Not even going to talk about it. Weighted Throwing Knife, when you pair it with Knock 'em Down, which gives you your throwing knives back while you're Radiant, and the Fragment Ember of Torches, which makes your melees make you Radiant, it basically causes Weighted Throwing Knife to always refund itself as long as you're getting a kill with it, even if it's a body shot. Normally, Weighted Throwing Knife, you have to hit headshots to get it back, but with these all combined, it ends up giving you back to melee regardless, which is really good. Healing Nades, Firebolts, same thing. It's just whatever charges fast. That seems to be the deal right now. You can use slower charge time stuff, but you just won't have them up as much. You can't spam them as good. I love spamming abilities. Hunter's also great. Solar's also great on the Hunter, just because of the 5 fragment slots you can get with these 2 aspects. You can get a lot of stat bonuses and still cover the bases with like the powered melee attacks mod that gives you Radiant. I'm speed running here. Revenant. You can only use 1 super. It charges fast. It's good. It's a good super. Withering Blade, same thing. You can only use that. It's good. Dustfield with Touch of Winter. Gives you a little crystal inside the Dustfield. Makes it a little bigger. You can also use the thing that makes your slowness effects last longer. That pairs well with Dustfield. It's just a great zoning ability. You can get it every 24 seconds if you have 100 discipline. I use Shatter Dive. I just like the movement. I like to be able to jump to the ground really quickly. But Winter's Shroud, where you dodge and slow people, is also good. Gambler's Dodge is probably better for Revenant. Get those Shurikens back. It's been around for a while. People have been using this for a while. It hasn't changed. It's just gotten a little worse. It used to be broken. Arc 3.0, I'm not even going to go into it. It's not good. If you like Arc 3.0 on Hunter, tell me why in the comments, because I just think it's trash. At least when compared to the Invis and all the stuff Solar has to offer. Let's go to the Titan now, though. Real quick rewrap for the exotics. Wormhusk, Stompies, Dragon's Shadow. Caliban's Hand for proximity knives on Hunter is really good. I didn't talk about proximity knives. They're very, very good. Graviton Forfeit, Omni Oculus. Things that just help you spam the abilities. Or movement exotics. That's just the meta. It's been the meta forever. Probably will never change. Let's go to the Titan. Titans. Alright. Lordly Splendor. Pop your Barricade. You get healing effects going and a little Sunspot. Helps a lot in trade scenarios as well. Let's say someone apes you with the shotgun, they shotgun you, gets you critical, you spawn a Sunspot, and you manage to get your melee off before they kill you with their melee. Now, they're inside of a Sunspot, and they are also dead. I've traded with a lot of people using this exotic. It's very good. It did get nerfed. It doesn't give you quite as much healing effects anymore, but it's not going anywhere. It's a great exotic. Peacekeepers are fantastic. SMGs are really good this season, and Peacekeepers just make your SMGs go on crack. Like, you're fast as hell with them. Their handling goes crazy. They get reloaded when they're stowed, and you have really good airborne effectiveness. All the things you'd want. Great exotic. Doom Marchers, Shoulder Charge, Striker Titan, Armamentarium, Storm Grenades, and the aspect Touch of Thunder. Armamentarium and Storm Grenades and this aspect is probably the strongest thing Titans have going right now. You can just throw grenades all the time, all over the place. The Storm Grenades last forever. They cause enemies to have to run away for trials and zoning people out of areas to get reses. It's very, very good. Every Titan subclass obviously has barricades. Barricades are very, very good. Juggernaut with this class ability, Thruster, that charges faster, is really solid. It can just eat whatever shot you get hit with. It only has like 50 health, the shield, but if you get sniped, it just eats it all. Like it can't be, your damage doesn't break the shield and go through. It only just breaks the shield. So it's good. Void Titan, Word of Dawn, 100%. Heart of Inmost Light, that exotic, whenever you use an ability, it buffs your other ones. So a good thing to do at the start of every round, throw your grenade out at the enemies, whatever you want to use, spike nade, and then pop your barricade, and you want to run Bastion. This is the overshield barricade. So you throw your grenade, it empowers your barricade in your melee, and then you pop your barricade. Now you have a barricade that has increased health and duration and gives you overshields. And when you have your overshield, you get your grenades faster if you run this fragment or aspect, offensive bulwark. Again, these combinations, go in and read what these things do. It's pretty easy and self-explanatory to tell what's going to pair together. Again, this is probably the best combination. Control Demo is good. If you don't want to run Bastion, put that on. Run like suppressor nades. All your grenades make people volatile. You shoot them a few more times, they just explode. It makes people a little easier to kill. It's good, it's strong. But Bubble just charges fast. You can spam it in trials. Same as well. It's a great super. Thunder Crash also charges pretty fast. You're not going to get your super up as much with Solar, unfortunately. And Stasis Titan, I think, is just kind of down in the dumps now. There's still stuff you can do with it. Revolving around the Howl of the Storm melee, Glacier Nade spam, and like Whisper of Rhyme. That whole combination got nerfed, but it still works, and it's still pretty effective. It's kind of annoying to deal with, but it's nothing too crazy. The main thing Titan has to offer right now is ability spam on Word of Dawn with barricades and just bubbles, zone control, winning rounds and trials painstakingly. A lot of people love to play that way. It's annoying to play against, but it's effective. Storm Grenades, Armamentarium, great combo. Lordly Splendor, that's just an easy noob exotic to have on if you're not great at the game. Peacekeepers, really good. You know, that's the Titan. You know, that's pretty much it for the video though. I was just kind of running through all the different things you can run as far as exotics go, weapons, supers. General note for everything: use the fastest charging super, use fast charging abilities, aspects that buff your grenades and melees, exotics that buff your grenades and melees, 100 discipline, 100 strength. You know, SMGs, hand cannons, snipers, pulse rifles. Those are the weapons you want to focus on using. That's this season. It's the season of ability spam paired with whatever weapon has the best time to kill. That's welcome to season of the Plunder. But yeah, thank you for watching. If there's other builds that I didn't mention in this video that you think are good, or you want to elaborate on further, other little interesting combos you can add to the stuff I have talked about, let me know. But this is just a general overview of everything you can do this season, and let me tell you, it's brutal out there. It is brutal out there, and this is just going to make everything worse. So, yeah. Thank you for watching.